In today's society, the internet is a resource we use for our daily activities. Checking our email between classes, reading up on the latest gossip, and posting our every thought on Twitter are what most adolescents unconsciously do multiple times a day. This technological boom has made great impacts on most countries throughout the world. But what about Greenland? While modernization seems as though it would be a positive change for a country that is geographically isolated, it has had the opposite effect on Greenland and its teenagers. Being constantly connected to the internet and social media has become a depressing activity for these adolescents, causing them to feel alone and helpless for a more positive future. Due to this negative change, suicide rates in Greenland have increased rapidly, peaking in the mid-1980s.
Almost every Greenlander knows someone who's taken their own life. Towns and villages across the island mourn the loss of their young.
These social changes have affected both young men and women, but research shows that men have experienced more problems integrating into modern Greenlandic society than women. Men have had to suffer the direct loss of pride through hunting traditions to support their family and have had to find new ways to maintain their status as the family's main provider. Men are also known to be much more violent, using methods and weapons such as guns, ropes, and spears that they once used while hunting that are now being used to take their own lives.
Some have had a bad childhood, or maybe there was sexual abuse. There are very different reasons for it. Some of them feel very alone in life.
When dealing with this culture change, why is suicide the most common response? According to Greenlanders, each person is completely responsible for their own thoughts and actions. Trying to understand another person's opinion or why they made the choices they have made is a sign of disrespect for their individuality. So when asked why they believed a friend or relative committed suicide, the answer is usually naluera, which is kalalisud for I don't know. Although everyone in Greenland is aware suicide is a problem in their country, it is a topic that is rarely discussed for fear of crossing these boundaries. It is apparent that the transition from a more traditional lifestyle to one that is filled with faster and easier ways of getting things done is not a positive movement for all countries. Instead, we can see the negative effect it has had on at least one Arctic region where lives are being lost and taken away from a society that could be so great.